did was through our friend Olivia Daniels with Artist in Residence, who we love here at the show. And I know that you and I have very similar feelings on, I call her a magical unicorn. And she, when we were chatting a while back about, the June episode of the show, the talk show, she was like, you need to meet Anna. You need to meet Anna. This is their monologue. Like, check it out. And then I told her, I said, I got halfway through the monologue and I was like, I need their email address. We need to make this happen. So can you tell me a bit about like the monologue that you submitted for Unravel? I know we talked about you wanting to be a writer, to write for characters and shows and TV one day, which I absolutely think you should. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. But while we're in the present.
Yeah, it was definitely that my realization that in retrospect, I don't actually know how many times I was being judged or how many times I was assuming I was being judged. I don't actually know where that line is. Like, this didn't end up making it into the monologue, but there was this incident in elementary school, and I have multiple sclerosis, and for a long time, my diagnosis was, well, maybe girls are just dramatic and maybe it's a growth spurt and Anna's just kind of a klutz. And I used to like walk, and my mom would tell me about, this time that she was coming to get me. And she saw me walking and then I just careen into a wall out of nowhere and I just shake it off and I just keep going. And I'm like, it is the way it is. But my teacher turned to my mom and said, why does she do that? My mom said, I don't know. And we didn't know for a long time. And I have this memory that really sticks with me of this teacher that I really, really loved, coming and pulling me aside and having me stay inside one day during lunchtime recess. And she took me down to the library, and she had a calendar, and she had marked all the days on the calendar that I had called into the school sick. And we didn't know that that was because of, like chronic fatigue or MS flare-ups back then, because we didn't know that's what I had. But there would be some days where I was so exhausted that I couldn't move. Or I would be so out of it because, things are damaged and then repairing itself takes a little bit. But I'd be so out of it because all of my energy is going into repairing the thing that my body was just like, because it's autoimmune disease, which is like, means that like sometimes your body's like, oh my God, we should punch ourselves on purpose. But yeah, so like I was so exhausted sometimes that I was just completely out of it. So mom would be like, okay, we should stay home. And we didn't have an explanation. We just knew something's not right. So we'd say, it's a headache. And I remember her sitting me down and showing me this calendar of all the days that I had been sick, and her asking, so what was it this day? And what was it this day? And what was it this day? And I didn't have an answer for her. And to this day, I don't know, like, was she asking me because she was concerned, or was she trying to call me out? I have no idea. And I think a lot of my queer experience, like when I was a teenager, is very similar to that, in that I did a lot of assuming that people were going to have a negative reactions. So I don't actually know how much was it intentional bullying, or how much was it like people that think that they're joking around with you. Mm-hmm. And it's difficult to find that line of like, did they hate me, or did I sort of assume that they did and then sat alone because of that?
Wow. Yeah.
I know that I was really scared to come out to my parents, and I was really scared to come up to my baba, that's my dad's mom, and my great aunt, my baba's sister. But when I came out to all of them, like the answer was basically like, oh, okay. I was so scared though, because I mean, all of the media that I was being exposed to at the time was very much like, if you are the gay, people will not be happy with it, which somehow in my mind I was like, got it. So like everyone's going to hate me, and I'm going to be like out on the street, and that's where I will live. And I'll like, one day I'll write a book about it when I'm like 63. But other than that, like everyone's going to hate me if they find out I'm gay. And that wasn't what happened at all. like, I wish I could talk to tiny me and be like, chill out, it's fine. And also, like, I'd love that opportunity to redo some things and think about what were other people's given circumstances that they came into that room with that attitude with. Because I think that everyone's kind of hurt by high school. And also, like, a bit of that, like, culture of like, ha, I got him, I really burned him. That was also like a big thing, and it's still a big thing, and it's always been a big thing because everyone wants to feel like they won one. And I felt like people were winning one on me a lot. And I don't know if that's actually what was happening or not, and there's no way to really go back and know for sure.
Sure.
So, like, that was part of my experience.
I feel that so much in that. Is that what was happening, or is that what I perceived was happening, and that's what I acted on? And I think when we're afraid of something because we know our truth, it's like, am I afraid of them knowing my truth and judging me or or not accepting me? So I'm assuming that that's just what it is, and that's what I acted on, rather than, was that that negotiation of, is that what happened, or is that what I thought? Is that what's happening? Is that what I think? I feel that. I know that you're so insightful, and you're so wise to me. Like, you were so wise. And I just appreciate you sharing this with me, with us. Like, this is why I love what I do. If we can keep having conversations like this and keep making work like what you're doing with your writing and keep putting that out there, what do you hope that people, I guess, take away from your writing and your work?
If there's anything that they take away, I hope that when they look at themselves, they sit there and go, don't give up on the possibility of things being better. Don't let bad things that happen make you become cynical, in the sense of, like, secluding yourself and shutting other people in the world off. Like, keep your heart open. And I, like, as a writer and as an actor as well, like, I want the things that I do to be asking people to, like, empathize with someone that doesn't have the exact same experiences as them. And to also, like, maybe find themselves in that.
It's like, you're such a delight. Like, I'm obsessed with you just a little bit. And I'm so glad we got to meet and have this chat. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Anna, thank you. Where can people find you? If people want to see your stuff or learn more about you, where can people find you?
Yeah, I am MSing with you on all the things. It's a multiple sclerosis pun because I put the ick in chronic. MSINGWU. I'm on TikTok. I am going to make a Facebook and be an adult about it, so I will exist there as well.
Amazing. I wish all of the amazing, wonderful, magical things for you, and I can't wait to see more of your work and keep track of what you're up to, because I think you were just extraordinary.
Thank you.